Hello, friends, enemies, and those who have yet to become either.
Welcome to Helluva Talks. I'm Nix.
And I'm Joey, and today we're taking on two very important questions, such as:
Is immigrating or emigrating to or from the United States easier, and why? And
what does it mean to be an American? What's your opinion? Which is easier, emigrating from the United States or immigrating to the United States?
I think emigrating from a little bit, because, Americans are able to... Yes, thank you for your butt. Americans are able to learn languages and be able to study freely about different, religions and all of that and living. I think that actually being able to go out there with so much that we're actually able to learn and go out there and live is actually a lot easier. And it also depends on where you go, where you're coming to. Mm-hmm. It's all about, what's happening. So I feel like emigrating to Japan. There are a lot of people who do it. I know I watch a lot of people who do. And, there are schools in classes people can take. I have a hair in front of my eye.
There would be a big difference between immigrating to, Russia than, let's say, Canada or something like that.
So it all depends that. And, Canada, Germany, Japan, they all got similar things. I don't know why, but, Canada's very similar. Australia's a culture change, definitely.
Spiders. Big spiders.
Big spiders they call flip-flop songs. That's a thing to get used to.
That would be a very weird thing to get used to.
But, yeah, that's my thought. What are your opinions?
I just forgot that I didn't do mine yet. Anyway, my thoughts are also emigrating, especially because America has a bad past with immigrants. For example, the Chinese Exclusion Act of 1940, I think it was, where Chinese immigrants would be taken to islands such as Angel Island and put in these little apartment-like things. They wouldn't have the best living conditions, and they would just
be tenements, right?
I think tenements are something different, but they are like tenements.
Okay.
They were put in these smaller homes, and they were kind of all together. I remember reading in Writing on the Walls that they were 6 beds high and 2 wide. And
wow.
That doesn't sound nice. And yes, America has gotten better with immigrants like that. It's not as bad. We're not, putting them in islands, but we still have a rough past of trusting immigrants. Because I know, especially after the attack on Pearl Harbor, Japanese Americans were often treated as spies or outcasts, and that's happened multiple times throughout American history. So
put that in modern times with the
Haitian.
There's the word. Thank you.
Yeah.
With them being everywhere, and especially here in Ohio, being in Springfield and Hilliard and all of those kind of places. I remember reading, I think, American history, and it highlighted a lot of immigration. And, there was a building, where I think it was mostly, Spanish, Latina kind of people.
Yeah.
And it was upgraded from what you were talking about, but this was Kennedy times.
Mm-hmm.
So it's still not that long ago. I don't know how long it was not long ago because my brain's not working. Again, coffee.
60s probably. Hi, Cat. I think he was shot around 69.
Maybe.
Okay.
It highlighted because it was all there, and it was in a kind of a bad area of town. Not much sunlight. It was 1-room apartments. It was a big building, but crammed people.
A lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
So. Yeah, I think a lot. Like I said, America has gotten a lot better.
Oh yeah. Uh-huh.
But it's still not perfect.
No.
But
no one
you
is.
can't really expect any country to be perfect.
No, especially not with like immigration.
Yeah.
It's weird, you know.
Mhm.
What are these things doing in our land? You know. I feel like that's especially with the idea back then.
Because it was like. But I think a lot of people do forget that we are immigrants.
Mhm.
Our ancestors came from Britain. Even if you have been in America your entire life, somewhere far in your past, someone had to have immigrated.
The Pilgrims, heck, even the Native Americans, they didn't originate in what we know as the U.S. today. So.
I was gonna say our founding fathers were immigrants, so.
Literally, if you listen to Hamilton, Hamilton is known as a immigrant in a lot of his introduction songs. So, put that as you will. But all right, and now that is the first question done, now we have to go on to our second sponsor. We will see you in a minute. This is sponsored by Mr. Rowe, the amazing tech teacher who made all of the recording possible. He has provided us with the mics, the camera that is recording me currently, the tripod that is holding the camera, and just about any other kind of tech thing that we can ask. Batteries, the SD cards. He has actually made a lot of things possible for Mechanicsburg schools. And we just want to give a special thanks to him for for allowing us to use and just kind of be able to use this equipment. So we want to give a thanks out there, and see you later.
Next question is, what does it mean to be an American? Do you want to go first, or do you want me to?
I might need to think on that one, actually, for a quick minute. Why don't you do it? No. Hello, there's a cat clawing his way up behind me. Hello, tiny child.
Anyway, I think, personally, what it means to be an American is all coming together under the foundations that the founding fathers set, so that all men are created equally and have certain unalienable rights. There's the cat.
Hi, cat.
That's kind of what it means to be an American. In quote of a country, she was talking about. My brain just died. I swear to God.
Quote of a country, she was talking about. If I remember correctly.
People came together in time of a tragedy, and I think that's kind of sort of what it means to be an American, that we can all come together and see certain things in one way. Like that tragedy brung all Americans together by, one common enemy or one common problem that brought despair to a lot of people. And I think that's kind of what it means to be an American, that we can all come together and agree on certain things, such as, all men are created equally. So, the founding fathers, what they said, that's kind of what it means to be an American. If that makes sense, you want me to elaborate on anything? I can try.
No, I'm good. I'm good. I just had a thought, though. When you said when everyone, comes together to something with founding fathers, and, being an American is becoming George Washington. Got it.
Yep,
totally.
You must become George Washington. If you are not George Washington, you are officially not an American.
Well, anyway, gotta go. Okay, so what it means to be an American for me, you highlighted actually a really good point on that. I was thinking more ethically and crap like that. He's behind the TV.
Immigrant contribution.
Oh yeah. So there's a show, not a fudge. Coffee. Story. Yes, that word. Thank you. The Immigrant Contribution. You know what I mean.
I think it was written by John F. Kennedy.
Oh yeah, it was written by John F. Kennedy.
I think. Was it?
I think one of the stories are. Hello, darling.
This is our son, by the way.
Yes, this is our son, Zeus.
He doesn't really like his mom. He likes his dad and his stepdad. Doesn't really like you. I'm sorry about that.
Yeah. But aw. But I feel like you presented a good point but in immigrant contribution, it really showed like listed all the artistic, scientific, and stuff, and like the important people like um Albert Einstein.
Like all the immigrants that made an important contribution to America
Hmm.
and just the world in general.
Yeah, and like Germany, like from German, Polish, Japanese, like there's so many. Hi, oh, you like me now, huh?
Just because I'm here. Blow
Yeah.
high, keep your microphone.
Yeah, come on, Blowhide.
Hide high, blow high.
Blow high.
You
Okay.
never say it right.
I'm sorry, I just met him. um, it's weird because being American is, it's like everyone's like, with certain immigrants, it's like, oh, you're not American, you're blah 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 blah. But like, no, like what he made was a good point. Like everyone is a little bit, you know. There's always you live here, you accept the terms and conditions technically,
The law.
Just click I accept on the terms and conditions.
Yep. Once you become a citizen, that's your accept.
Mhm.
Accept.
Yeah,
button.
and that's when you become an American at one point. But you're still, it's like you become an American, you're not forgetting who your family is, who your ancestors
Where you
are,
came
where
from.
you came from. Yeah, you're just accepting that this is a new chapter. This is a new part of your life. It's like that puzzle piece in the puzzle that you're trying to find.
Finally find it.
Mhm. And that's I am doing something to the
I never find those puzzle pieces though. The dogs always eat them. It's always the dogs.
But and it's not ethnicity. It's not what skin color you are. What that if you ask a cannibal, I don't know why I'm using this, but
They all taste the same.
white, black, Asian, Caucasian. It's all meat.
Caucasian is white.
I know.
Sweetheart.
I don't know. I'm trying to rhyme.
Okay.
It's all meat.
Well,
Tattoos taste bad.
Yeah, because it's ink.
That's fair.
I think I know that tattoos taste bad. Yes, I gave myself a tattoo. Haven't eaten myself yet, but we're getting
We're
there.
cutting that out.
I like eating people.
We're cutting that out. Anyways, I feel like being an American with the immigrant contribution, like they all are somewhat American. I feel like, they may be German, they may be Polish, they may be Dutch.
But once they immigrate into into America and accept the terms and conditions, like you put it, of America,
Yeah.
that's kind of because I think like life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
We lost these ideals. We couldn't settle for this.
Okay, anyway, that is really the foundation of America. And once you accept and you chase after the American dream, that's when you become an American.
Yeah.
Some of us, it's not really a choice though. Some of us, once
We
you're-
have to live
when
here,
you when you are born and raised in America, I feel like it's a little different because you're kind
Yeah.
of forced into it. Whereas when immigrants come to America, they make the choice of, hey, this seems like a better place. This is where I want to start a new chapter in my life.
Yeah,
this is where I want to start over. Not even start over, just continue
Like in
my
American
story.
history, the family, they moved to America for a job thing, to help raise the girl and all of that kind of stuff. There's always going to be backlash, though. I feel like
There's always going to be those few people that don't really like you. But I feel like that's in any group, anything. There's going to be those few people that don't like you.
yeah, that's life. That's life.
Even in tight-knit communities, such as the LGBTQ plus community. I'm going to use them as an example because I'm part of it. There are going to be certain people, like let's say me and another person in the LGBTQ plus community. We're not going to see eye to eye on everything. there's going to be different parts that maybe I don't agree with them, maybe they don't agree with me, but we still get along because we're part of something bigger than just us. And I think that goes for America too. And me as an American and another random American chosen, we're not going to see eye to eye. We're not going to be the exact same copy-pasted person. No. We're going to have our own opinions. We're going to have our own
Democrat,
experiences. Yeah, we're going to have experiences. We're going to have different just mindsets in general. But we can come together on the fact that we are both Americans.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That was in morning talk, like, the two birds are communicating. One's like, you're not a real robin, even though, you know, the robin, I don't know if it's actually a robin because, bird.
That's originally from England, the
Yep.
fancy land.
But I think calling someone not a real American is kind of stupid, because if they took the time to immigrate to the United States, get all the paperwork, become a legal citizen, they should be considered an American.
Yeah.
Because they took so much time and effort into becoming an American. So there's no such thing as a real or not real American, especially when it comes to immigrants. Like, we're all American because we all have the one connected shared opinion or like shared thought process of the American dream. For our last commercial break, have a sleeping dog. Puppy! She's adorable.